everybody. Welcome back to Nonsense Reviews. The name is Brian Chevrolet, and today we're going to be talking about the long anticipated Wicked Part 1. And this one features, of course, Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, Ariana Grande as Glenda, Michelle Yeoh, Goldblum, Jonathan Bailey, many more, directed by John M. Chu. Now, for so many years, people have been trying to make this movie happen. Wicked is a box office success in Broadway around the early 2000s. When talking about myself, I was discovering musicals and I started to appreciate musicals a little more around the 2008 9ish. So I wasn't really familiar with Wicked. When I got familiar with Wicked, it was around the same time that the movie was starting to be in development. And when I heard the movie was being in development, all I heard was Defying Gravity, and I didn't know the context of the story at all. I only know it's a prequel to The Wizard of Oz and all that. So maybe intentionally I avoided everything about the musical in hopes that I could eventually watch the story unfold. Sadly, as I live in Puerto Rico, we don't have like the technical capacities to do a show like Wicked on stage. So I never had the chance to watch the show itself. Of course, I have YouTube, to watch the show, like recorded from the audience's point of view. I don't think it will make it any justice. Anyways, back to the movie. I went to this movie only knowing Defying Gravity and as blind as humanly possible, and I didn't know what to expect. People were hyping this movie up, and this movie lives up to the hype and then some. As a musical guy, I'm a sucker for great music, and this movie is music is just beautiful, and the performances in this movie. I heard a lot about Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth's great performance in the original show, and they all hold these two in high regard. So it was gonna be hard for Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo to live up to their standards. And I have to say, as someone who hasn't seen it, I think they proved themselves to be just right for these characters. I believed them from the very first time that I saw it. I believed their chemistry. A lot of people that may not know about Ariana Grande's resume are very surprised about her comedic abilities. People like me have seen her do comedy since her Nickelodeon days in Victorious. So we know she had it on the bag. Of course, it's not compared to something as massive as this, but we all knew she had the capacity and she freaking proved it. And I'm so happy to see her like shine in this kind of environment. Cynthia Erivo, she was amazing as Elphaba. I was stuck to her. All I wanted to see is her on the screen. The way she smiled, the way she played the character was just amazing. The supportive cast was good as well. The scenography, the staging of the movie, the musical numbers, the dance choreography, the way that they integrated practical sets, mixing them up with visual effects was just beautiful. I have to say this may be the best musical experience I've ever had in a movie theater. And the theater was packed. Thankfully, no one was singing the songs, even though I saw a lot of people very much tempted to do so. And someone who came in blind to the story of Wicked, like me, if you don't know anything about the story of Wicked, I suggest you just don't go to the internet and find out about it because it's a discovery. And man, I just love this movie. I came out so happy to have experienced this thing. I loved it. And Jonathan Bailey, I was surprised with Jonathan Bailey. The last thing I saw him is the first thing that I saw him which was in Doctor Who in the episode Time Heist, as Sai. And every time saw him on the screen, I shouted to myself, "Team not dead." Anyone who saw that episode, if you get that reference, good on you. But he surprised me a lot. His ability to sing and dance and all that. This movie is a delight. I saw it on IMAX, and it was worth it for someone that loves musical as I am. I cannot wait to see the second act, part two. I'm tempted to see like the musical in full, but I'm just gonna hold myself up, just listen to the soundtrack, and if I listen to the original soundtrack, just keep it until Defying Gravity, which is the song that ends the movie, and just wait till part two lands next year. I'm just gonna hold on to it, just speculate in my mind by myself because I don't know what's gonna happen in the movie. Man, I haven't had this big of a good time in a while, and I freaking needed it. Wicked is a 5 out of 5 in my book. Again, just a great experience to live, and I cannot wait to watch it again. Anyways, guys, if you guys liked it, did you guys not like it? Are you guys fans of the original show? Let me know in the comment sections down below, and well, I'll be seeing you guys next time.